Papa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve your problems. We're here on this epic ass 420, as we all know. It's 420 right now.
I just
legalize it. Yep. What's up?
Oh, it's 420?
It's 420, of course, dude. You know
yeah,
that.
Yeah. I knew that. Absolutely knew that.
We're recording this at 4 a.m. at 420.
Absolutely.
And we're putting it out at 6 a.m. on 420.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know about you, dude. When it's 420, I set the alarm for 12 a.m. and I wake up and I smoke weed and I listen to Sublime all day.
That's hard.
Dude. Yeah.
And you know something? I don't smoke weed, but I do that same thing anyway.
You just listen to Sublime at midnight?
Listen to Sublime, eat Sublime donuts. They got Sublime donuts up here?
No. What are Sublime donuts?
In Atlanta, it's a place called Sublime Donuts.
Okay. Because I thought it was an LA thing, because I will give LA some credit. They have a great donut culture over there.
Absolutely.
I didn't know Atlanta had it too. That's awesome.
The LA one is the best one, though.
They have
the Cambodians.
It's it's always an ethnic group that's just so good. They nail one thing.
You ever seen that documentary about it?
No.
So it was actually a dude. It was a Cambodian dude who, refugee who came to California and worked for this donut shop.
Hell yes.
And then he worked so long that the dude taught him how to buy one. And then so when people came from Cambodia,
he just set him up.
He would set them up with donut shops.
That's awesome. I love that shit. That's how a lot of Jersey motels, it's Indian families because they would just live in the 3 rooms and run the rest of it. And they would just bring, it's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Greek people just we run diners and then we teach no skills to upcoming generations. And then we get into the arts. That's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
Greek people really don't have, Vietnamese people, apparently it was one lady after Vietnam that showed 20 Vietnamese women how to do nails. One rich lady who felt bad for them for being refugees, and I think she was famous. I don't remember who the fuck, and maybe we even talked about it on this podcast. Have we, Elders? Why am I asking you? You have no fucking idea. You're so bad at your job. Does that ring any bells to you?
Kind of. Didn't we just talk about it recently? No. Who were we talking? Well, who's the celeb we said?
It was, I think we said the wrong celeb. Okay. I think somebody said Marilyn Monroe and it wasn't her.
That would be crazy.
But it was somebody who was, and God forbid you fucking Google it.
It was it Jane Fonda?
It wasn't Jane Fonda because Jane Fonda was out there on the tanks. Jane Fonda was looking awesome, dude. She was like, I'm with the fucking Vietnamese, which I get. Yeah. Right now, dude, let me not, Mandal's his career's coming up. I don't want to say how I feel about geopolitics right now, but let's just say I see where Jane Fonda was coming from.
Listen, man, one thing for sure, bro.
And we say Mandal is on the podcast.
Man.
We started talking about donuts. We'll get back to it. Man. Because we're about to go to Atlanta. We've been to Atlanta. We were just in Atlanta. As we all know, it's 420. But I'm interested about these donuts.
Man, thank y'all for having me on the program again.
Of course, dude.
I'm going to be honest with you. I been on the program twice, went on the road. A lot of the tickets were people from this program. And I'm going to say, I can't eyeball them before they say it. Yeah. Before they say it, I'm like, I know what you see me
I
on.
think I have a hunch.
Yeah. And I think that's cool,
that's
man.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah.
Bro, I appreciate that, dog.
No, we're an incubator for plus-size talent here at Stavvy's World.
Absolutely.
That's our vertical. People don't really think about it that way, but across all lines, a fat identity cuts across all lines.
Man, that means so much to me, bro. Because I be in the comedy club, I'm like, y'all got to cut the capacity in half, dog. If I'm going to get involved with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, that junk is cool, bro. Yeah, you right, though, man. We going to lose this junk to Iran, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
I know. It is crazy to just be like, I'm rooting for Iran.
It's a weird thing, bro.
It's like March Madness just finished up. They're a 16 seed that's hanging with the 1 seed right now. You know what I mean? Maybe 16 is unfair because we're not a 1 seed anymore. We're a 2 seed. So they're a 15.
But you know what's
China's definitely the 1 seed. It's one bracket. Yeah, we'll do this through through college basketball.
But you know what's odd to me though?
What's that?
When you go on YouTube, every expert is like, "Hey man, this is looking bad for the U.S." And I'm like, I know somebody told them that before the YouTube man knew.
No, I don't think they did.
No
dude.
way this information got to me before them.
I really don't think they did, dude.
They're like, "Hey man, it's mountains, man."
They were like, "Let's fucking go, dude."
Yeah.
Peg sets up. They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna show them." After people are saying he gets black dominatrixes. That's his thing. That he let the drunk Secretary of Defense. You got Lindsey Graham being secretly gay. I think they were all kind of hopped up. They're on a heater. I mean, we've all been there when you think you and your boys can fuck somebody up easily, and then you end up getting your ass kicked. I don't think. Look, unfortunately, I don't think the great Satan, aka the U.S., is going to lose in Iran. I think hopefully we get the fuck out of there quick. It's 420. Hopefully they blow a nice. Maybe fucking Trump and the new Ayatollah gotta smoke weed on 420. Mm-hmm. Okay, listen, I'm against podcasters having Trump on their show, but if the Ayatollah and Trump will sit down on Stavvy's World and smoke weed, maybe we have to put them on Kush Brothers. We'll put that episode behind the paywall, okay? Because it's not about views. I'm not cynically inviting Trump and the new Ayatollah on for views. I'm doing it to heal. Because as we all know, podcasters, when they get involved in politics, it always ends out good. It always ends up really good.
Yeah. And I thought about that as I said my little take there. I was like, man, I have such a small knowledge of course. Everything. I'm basing everything I'm saying off of 3 videos.
That's
on YouTube.
Fine, dude.
No literature.
Sometimes it's vibes, and the vibes are bad here.
And I gotta realize, bro, people gotta process. My position in this world is to just throw stuff out.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no. No, but I feel like
don't hold me to
loose.
account. Yeah.
It should be
absolutely.
Loose. Yeah. For
Up
sure.
until you get a big enough audience where you can change the course of things. That's
real.
Yes, a comedian should be able to say the most ridiculous shit of all time. Unfortunately, the world has gotten so bad that there is no other media that has control of anything other than, I guess, Mr. Beast and like the Italian AI characters.
Yeah.
I feel like the fucking little wooden bat and the I feel like those characters and podcasters are now like fucking Clark Gable or some shit. They're just like that, like fucking. That's just that's our only culture. That's our only export is podcasting and AI brain rot characters.
And can I say something I appreciate about you? I'm glad that the stills on YouTube ain't got that big shine on it. I hate the big shine on the YouTube.
That's only because Elders doesn't know how to do it. I'm sure
he would love
What
to.
do you mean the big shine?
Like when you go on like a famous YouTuber, when you look at the still photo, they got that AI shine on it.
Oh, like that super, I know
like it's lit in a weird way. It's artificially lit.
Yeah.
I'm sure Elders would love to do some out of fashion.
I've personally made a few of those where I really crank that contrast up.
Of course you have.
Yeah.
Of course you have. And that is your role in the organization, is to have someone with the lowest common denominator of taste. Because you would be fucking watching if you were live right now, you would be the dumbest person of all time. How much you just have supplicated yourself to AI.
All I think about when I do this podcast, when we're picking the clips, is what would I chuckle at while I'm taking a shit on the toilet, and I let that guide my taste for everything we put out. And what's big, bright, and shiny looking. And,
That's fine. We don't have to talk about your media strategy, Elders. Let's get back to these donuts.
But that's a mastermind at work though.
It's really not, Mandal. I promise you, he is not a mastermind at all. And he's barely at work.
Hey, but listen,
it's a middle mind. It's a middle mind occasionally working.
I'm the execs that have to, show the creatives the way. To have
You're not an exec. You're my underling. let's make that very clear. There's a clear hierarchy in this organization.
The C-suite with you.
You're barely in the. You're in the C-suite because it's a function of we have almost no employees.
He do got on a collar shirt though.
He does. And by the way, every editor that we hire is so much more crucial to our fucking. They could learn your job so fast. You should be fucking sweating when we get in the office. Because once I start talking to people who actually have technical ability at this, dude, you're fucked. You're gonna be the janitor at the new office, dude. You're gonna get a demotion.
Hey, I get under the hood, man. Sometimes the boss has to roll his sleeves up and do the work.
Boss, you're not the boss.
The manager.
There we go. I'll give you that. You are a middle manager. That is what you were always meant to do.
He
anyway,
has such a zen approach to.
He does. I do envy Eldis's. That is honestly why our friendship works. Because if Eldis was even a little irritable, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We need to that's the plus. That's the plus. That's the silver lining that comes with someone who is not reactive at all. You know what I mean? Eldis is never ahead of the curve. He's never affected. He will do what he was tasked to do, even if it's stupid.
Yeah.
Even if clearly you should pivot.
Yeah.
He's never going to do that. But that's positive.
For sure.
That has its positive.
Yes.
I'm in the cut, man. I'm ready for action, but never.
You're really not though. You're one of the least ready for action guys of all time.
But that's because he above 6 feet, bro.
That's true.
When you tall,
very tall,
anytime a tall cat is like, we like, whoa.
That's a good point.
Put him in the cage.
There is actually a type of obviously, look, I have no sympathy for the tall. They have
I'm with you.
They have the
I'm with
easiest lives of all time.
We on the same page. Yeah.
100%. It is the equivalent. A woman can be hot in like 100 ways. If we're being realistic, tall is the overall like trump card.
Yeah.
In terms of male attractiveness, because some women just want a giant fucking, homunculus to make them look small and feel small.
And
right?
let me say this, that junk is rational.
Looking for a tall man.
It is rational.
Evolutionary, you mean? Like
on some if we all go into war.
Protect, yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you wanted somebody who could see above the crowd.
Now you could argue you could get a spear right through your fucking big, huge, tall head by being above the crowd.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think the guns or whatever ain't coming in the DNA. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we built around the thing.
I know what you mean. I think it's purely become symbolic.
Okay, fair.
Because no chance is Eldis who you want to take you through the fucking forest. You know what I mean? Like Eldis is bonking his head on fucking on branches. You know what I mean? He's also like tripping easily. It's the bigger they are, the harder they fall. If we're being honest, if I was a woman in the medieval times, who would I let fuck me? I think I would look for something closer to 6 feet.
Listen, man.
I like how the options are R3 bodies.
No, we aren't even discussing us yet.
I would get the leg extension, bro.
You would get the leg extension surgery?
I would get it, bro.
I don't know.
I seen
the recovery's crazy.
But once I seen the video of the dude doing a crossover and he did that big jump, you seen him do that?
See that.
Know what I'm talking about?
I know the guy with the dreads.
The dude, he did this.
Yeah, that was big.
Said, nah,
that was big. That was big for the leg leg extension community. Because you could argue that until then it was about stilt. It looked like they were on stilts
for sure.
And listen, still the recovery is crazy.
I'm not
it's
denying
like a year.
That.
It's like a year of your life.
But 1 year away, bro. 1 year away.
That's
and
true.
now it's do.
Yeah.
Fly like an eagle.
Well, you're never playing hoops.
Absolutely. The excuse I always had at not being good at basketball was the fact that I'm short.
So you think in your mid-30s, you've been fat your whole life, you get bigger shins, it will immediately allow you to play hoops.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to the LA Fitness immediately after recovery. I'm going straight to LA Fitness. I'm dunking on cats.
I don't know about this plan, dude.
I'm crossing somebody up.
Did you play? What's the highest stage of organized basketball you played?
Rec ball when I was 8. I played 8 or 9. Nope, 9. Rec ball at 9
Okay,
to 10 years old.
9 and 10. That's just when they start dribbling, right? Because I feel like I've seen.
I mean, it's Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, true.
Cats was dribbling like 7.
That's
but what
fair.
I'm saying is, you put that ball in my hand today, it's a lot of. The goal is farther away from me.
Sure.
I'm 6'1", 6'2".
Okay.
I'm windmill dunk.
You think
back,
6'2"? You
What?
could windmill at 6'2".
What? I'm throwing it off the backboard.
Steph, I believe, is 6'3", right? Steph Curry, one of the greatest athletes of all time,
He focused on
is
something
6'3",
different.
and he doesn't dunk that much.
He focused on the
6'2"?
shooting aspect. I'm going.
How old is Steph right now? He's probably 35, 36.
38.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Steph's 38. Okay. So Steph hasn't dunked in, I think it was like, see the last time he dunked. I think it was like a couple seasons ago. He dunked in game. And again, that's one of the greatest athletes of all time. And you're how old right now, Mandal?
I'm 32.
32. Okay. So you're 6 years younger. Let's say you have some commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't get to the leg lengthening surgery until, I don't know, the end of this year.
Yeah.
Let's just say top of next year to just be safe,
Yeah.
right? So January 27, so January 28, you're fully healed, right? At that point, you would be, that's 2 years, so you'd be 34. And you have, again, been very fat your whole life.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm listening to the
And
details.
unathletic.
Yeah.
And so you would be 4 years younger than Steph Curry is right now. And Eldis, when was the last time he dunked in game?
Last time he dunked was March 2025 against the Sixers, but the time before that was February 21st, 2019.
Right. So
Yeah.
Steph, when he was your age, was not dunking in the NBA. But you think in 2 years' time, you'd be able to windmill dunk with the leg extension surgery.
Now, I've got all that information.
Yeah.
You thinking as I am with a 5'6" brain.
Sure.
You don't realize that once I get that 6'2" brain, metabolically, I'm gonna be in a different place.
Okay.
Steph chose to use his powers towards shooting.
Right.
When I get my new set of powers,
Right.
it's time to jam.
Eldis, if you're 6'6", right? When's the last time you dunked?
I've never dunked in my life.
Interesting.
and he using his power for YouTube.
He's not though. That's another thing. That's another bad example. He's got
He
plenty of
YouTube
power
it.
left over. Eldis has never used his whole power at anything in his whole life.
I gotta conserve the brain power to get these clips off, to get that
He
contrast
clipping.
just
That's
right.
what he using.
Yeah.
He using his them phalanges. He typing fast, all type of stuff.
I can reach the P key with my pinky over
Wow,
here.
that's huge, man.
Because think about a proportionate goal right now. If you was to, what's this, about 7 feet right here?
I would say, let's say
Yeah.
it is.
I'll do a windmill on this right now.
You would dunk on a 7-footer.
I could windmill this right now. If you add a foot to me,
Right.
then I'm
That's
doing
8
it on
feet.
a regular goal.
That's 8 feet.
No,
That's still
but
2
it's
feet.
it's a multiplier. It's a multiplier on the leg strength.
Listen, man, I'm with you. I would love to get the leg lengthening, but it's just the recovery's too much.
1 year for y'all.
Where you fucked up is you were coveting basketball players growing up. You should have immediately. You didn't play football.
I play.
You got to be a lineman, man. You got to be in the trenches, dude.
I was a defensive.
Me too. I was
defensive end.
I was defensive end. I was a nose tackle.
Yeah, that's hard.
Right there, right in front of the center, dude. You know, that's where you fucked up. You're trying to fly. Right now, you're like you're a fucking dude. You're not a sky type. You're a rock type, dude. You're
Honestly,
fucking
bro,
Geodude, bro. You're
think
trying to be up there.
Limit our scientific advances. You get what I'm saying? Once I get the bread up under me,
You would be a marvel if from now, right? And let's give you the benefit of the doubt. You're getting ready for the surgery.
Absolutely.
So you're probably gonna get in the zone. You're gonna get your diet right. Maybe we'll get some steroids going.
yeah,
We're gonna get some tea going. So you're gonna get
the
more
serums.
muscle. So it actually would be an incredible art project to dedicate your life to dunking one time.
that's what I'm saying.
I have now shifted And instead of this being a stupid dream for a fat man who's coveted height his whole life, now as an artist to say, can I transform? We've talked about we like to talk about the metaphorical cocoon here, right? And to come out as a butterfly. Yeah. You're saying, what if I could really legitimately get into the cocoon? And what if you're in your larval stage right now and it's time to get jacked? It's time to get 6'2", and we're adding 6 inches. Folks, you know me, I'm a glasses man. I'm a dedicated glasses user for over 15 years at this point in my life. And I always find it quite the hassle to find the right frames. I got a huge noggin, you know, it's hard for me to understand what's going to really look good on this beautiful face. Thankfully, Warby Parker makes it easier to get well-designed, high-quality prescription eyewear without that usual hassle. With Warby Parker, you can use virtual try-on to see how frames look on your face in real time using your phone. Prescription glasses start at $95. They also offer contacts, online eye exams, sunglasses, and over 300 retail stores across the U.S. I've loved Warby Parker for years. Some of my earliest glasses, I got these bad boys. They are honestly my favorite sunglasses because usually when you get a sunglass that's prescription, if we're being honest, they can look kind of dorky. These look fucking sick. I'm feeling like I got big frames. I could see that with the virtual try-on because I got this big head. They fit me nicely. I'm pumped on these. I've been rocking these all spring. I'm going to be rocking them into the summer. Right now, for you could get like me. You could get this nice with it. Right now, buy one prescription pair and get 20% off any additional prescription pairs at warbyparker.com/Stavvy. That's 20% off additional prescription pairs when you go to warbyparker.com/Stavvy.
And think about that dude.
8 inches?
You seen that dude on YouTube? I know you be on YouTube. That dude with that pale skin who de-aging himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course, Bryan Johnson.
Bryan Johnson, yeah.
Him. Y'all know that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know him personally. No. We'd love Bryan. If you're listening, we'd love to have you on. We would love to have you on.
He drinking his son blood.
Yep.
Stay alive,
of course. We talked about that quite a bit. I think he's not only that, I believe, he's measuring his cock hardness against his teenage son's cock hardness, which is a wild type of science to be doing. To be putting, I assume it's like a fucking blood pressure cuff that you put around your son's penis and be like, yep, my shit's getting as hard as my son's dick.
Now think about this. He aging himself like this.
Sure.
Right?
I don't think it's working, by the way. He looks
like shit.
Yeah. Like he looks bad. He looks kind of just like he's become kind of gay, which is cool. Which is a funny thing for a tech guy to look like, but it's the glassiness of his skin that's weird to me.
Yeah, the skin is hanging off the skeleton.
The skin's not looking good.
He's not tight
looking
enough on the skeleton for me.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And maybe that is a tone thing, but he looks unwell. Like he looks, maybe it's all the algae because he looks a little green. Have you seen what he eats?
Yeah.
He eats like a fucking algae
one piece
smoothie
of broccoli.
And shit. Yeah. It looks like shit. Maybe it's turning him less, less vital, and look, I know Brian's watching this. He's like, these guys are gonna die. They're fat as shit.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge?
We setting ourselves up. Cause
how old is he? Bryan Johnson? He's in his 50s. But yeah, we are definitely,
we're setting ourselves up because they gonna look at us. They gonna look at us and be like, we would say that.
Yeah. We're haters, etc.
We too fat.
But that's why I would love to have him on because and honestly, for that matter, somebody like. Although Bryan Johnson at least is an adult with a fully formed brain, somebody like that kid Clavicular, I would love to have like a Lincoln Douglas debate about the way you look at the way you look at yourself versus like we would be the two sides of of like how to live your life because he's like all that matters is your body, all that matters is no enjoyment. He's sort of like an even more like Bryan Johnson at least has this thing where clearly have you seen a picture of him when he was like, because what was he like, PayPal or some bullshit or some tech shit? He made so much money. And you look at a picture of him back then, he just looks like a schlubby, shitty engineer. In some ways, he's doing what you're discussing. Except for him, because he's a fucking, dork tech dickhead who they have to be, they have to care about legacy, which is like legacy is the dumbest shit of all time. One generation, you will be forgotten. You need to be the greatest of all time. Like, you need to be the greatest at your thing to get 4 generations.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just now people were talking about like Caleb, what's his face from the Bears. He wanted to trademark the nickname Iceman, which is something no one's ever called him. He did it himself. And George Gervin is the Iceman. He's a fucking legendary, one of the fucking coolest players of his generation. Nobody fucking, like, we're in our 30s. We sort of know him. We sort of know him from, like, if you're a hoops fan, you're aware of him. NBA Street, all the legend stuff from 2K. That's how you kind of keep in touch. Kids now don't have any fucking clue. And that guy was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And that's not that long ago. I bet you kids don't know who, like, Dr. J, for example. They don't know who the fuck. And that's the 70s to now. That's 50 years, whatever. People worried about legacy are fucking idiots. You will be forgotten, bro. There's like 8 guys that randomly get remembered, and they just got lucky. Jesus, Julius Caesar, you know what I mean? Alexander the Great. You have to do so much. And you honestly, to have legacy, you kind of have to be a sociopath. That's the only people we remember from history are people who like fucking killed the most guys, essentially. Anyway, clearly that's a guy, he wants to be remembered. He wants to still be a scientist, but ultimately he didn't want to be fat and he wanted to get pussy. That's really what it is from Bryan Johnson. So Bryan Johnson, at least, is like, it's a nerd trying to be his version of, like, he won't admit hot, but I bet that has something to do with it. He's saying it's health and he wants to be remembered for living forever. And it's this ego shit that he has to basically time travel. He thinks he's going to be around for 300 years, right? Insane. I know where he's coming from. These kids, that kid Clavicular is like, what, 22? He doesn't even know. This is just how he's always been. He's never
I don't
enjoyed.
know the kid.
He's like this kid
20.
who fucking smashes. He's 20. Jesus Christ. He's some kid who talks about, like, you have to look a certain way. You have to, like, he's the kid who talking about looks maxing and all this other shit. And I think he's just honestly an autistic kid whose obsession is like looking good, but they have no joy in their lives.
Yeah.
They don't know what it's like to get fucking high and eat a pastry on a Sunday at 3 p.m. after you've just spent the evening with a woman who doesn't respect you, but has huge tits. They don't know how beautiful a day like that is. Watching a movie on your fucking throwing on, I don't know, Cobra, for example.
Yeah.
Throwing Cobra on at an Airbnb. You know what I mean? Ordering pizza, eating some pussy, even though it'll give you cervical cancer, apparently. Or you get cancer through the cervix or whatever the fuck, Michael Douglas style. They don't know. That's the beauty of life, is you have to do things that will destroy you. The most beautiful things in life will destroy you. And so anyway, I would love to have him on.
Yeah.
But that's my opposing philosophy, is like, then you're not even living. If all you're doing is you're in a fucking pod at 7 p.m. because it's optimal to sleep from 7 to 4 a.m. and from fucking 4 to fucking 5, you're red light therapy or whatever. And listen, could I stand to adopt a little more of that style of life? Sure.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about here. Everybody's like, Stav's a fat piece of shit. I'm just saying, what happened to fucking the enjoyment meter?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Why isn't that part of, like, why isn't anybody trying to have a good time? That's what I don't fucking get. So anyway, I would love to have Bryan Johnson on here. And yes, some will say we're being haters, but we're not. I think we're gentlemen that, like, sure, we have our issues, but we're enjoying ourselves, or we're trying to anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I think that definitely you got to have some balance. Like, I definitely think, like you said, I could pick up a salad a little more often than I do.
You could do if your goal is to dunk, instead of thinking about this, maybe you could do a little, I
could get a push up in every now and then. A little sit up here and there.
But I
definitely think you can't be obsessed with trying to make things in your control. That's
a great way to look at it. We have control over almost nothing.
Yeah. You could try your best, but I think it can get obsessive.
Yeah, you can't obsess. So, and ultimately, if we want to get philosophical, is the body even you? Are you the body? Yeah. Are you a different essence? I think probably whatever your soul, whatever the fuck. I think it's probably brain, but there's an argument to be made that it's maybe it's not the brain at all. Maybe just some kind of fucking, you're a ghost in your body. Is the body really what you are? That's the thing about some, like these young kids, it's like, they just decided it's time to just purely objectify yourself. I guess that's the fucking, this is the logical conclusion to this much fucking growing up with consumerism and like all, you know, and trying to get attention. But it's like, you used to get attention to try and get people to fuck you. That's the beauty. Maybe that's what maybe we've gotten to what has alarmed me about these guys the most. Is we have now completely taken that away. And to me, that's what has connected humanity from, I bet you the first time a motherfucker drew on a cave in like prehistoric France to, you know, me doing comedy, whatever, and to every Mozart, fucking guitar players, dancers, rappers, fucking even athletes, whatever, businessmen for that matter, everything has been done to get for almost like to improve your sexual currency. And these guys now have taken that out. It doesn't even seem like they like to get pussy. Well, it seems like they want other dudes to say they're fucking hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like we commodify
Which maybe they're
attention.
gay, which is fine. If they were gay, I would respect it so much more.
Yeah.
But I don't think they are.
Yeah.
I think they just, but yes, attention.
I think they commodified attention. I think that it was a thing. I think now it's like you have a numeric value on how much attention you have.
That's a good point.
I think that what happened was now people are consistently trying to win that as a game of some sort.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I noticed was that with the YouTube or even with putting out content, what I kind of struggle with in my own career is that eventually you run out of stuff. Like you're a person that runs out of things. Yeah. And I've noticed whenever somebody runs out of things, they start reaching. Yeah. And eventually when you reach long enough, you go find some trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, hey, bro, I'm pretty sure Health Man, what's my man name?
Bryan Johnson.
I'm pretty sure he done gave us all the information he could probably 6 months ago.
I think he's really pivoted to, he had like a, you know, the girl was fine looking, a cute goth girlfriend that was not even goth. I think she just was a brunette. But there was like a couple months ago, he did like eat Taco Bell. Like he pivoted to, oh, now I'm doing bad stuff now. And then he started doing like mushrooms and shit, which is at least interesting. But yes, eventually you're right. You run out of something. And yes, people, you can't keep going to that well when it's empty. It's fucking embarrassing.
And I think, bro, I think like we become a little insatiable with the attention. Like we never have enough. It's always another thing that you could get. And so I think the only way to curb that is releasing yourself from that desire.
Oh, yes, baby.
But I think that
if you're speaking my language.
But if you came up as a person where that was in the zeitgeist to always search for that in some capacity, you kind of just stuck in a loop, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's what we. I think a lot of young people were bestowed upon something, but they grew up in it.
Yeah.
Where at least in our age bracket, we have some reality before that.
Sure.
But if that's your entire thing, that's all you know.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we all grew up in the sort of like consumerism, the like dark side of the capitalist shit is that you just got to keep making money no matter what. You can't just like have a profitable business. Yeah. And just like, oh, I pay my bills. This is great. The whole idea of capitalism is you have to keep getting more and more. You have to destroy your enemies, and you have to be the only business, and and like at least, and the internet has just supercharged that completely. Because you're right. I think you nailed it when you said they want to make a number, or they want to be. You have to assign numeric value to things that are just ethereal, right? Even looks, even trying to be like, you'll see these fucking insane people. Yeah. They'll put a picture of maybe the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, and they'll be like, 6.2, philtrum is degraded. You know what I mean? Like, they know about parts of the body that no human being, that's not how beauty should be judged,
Absolutely.
Right? Beauty should be a fucking ethereal thing that hits you in a certain way, and if you start acting a little strange because you see something beautiful. You know what I mean? Yeah. It affects your chemical. It does. Maybe it is chemical on some level, but I don't want to understand that. I want to exist in poetry.
I want to feel, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to exist in
feel.
a technical manual. I want to exist in a poem.
I learned that through trying to get a little healthier. I lost a little weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when I was looking at all them people on YouTube. And then eventually you learn, just eat the salad. Like it's really, you can get into the nitty gritty of it, but it could be burger, no, vegetable, yes.
Dude, it's even,
you know what I'm saying?
What's pathetic is it's even simpler than that. Sometimes it's like, don't eat the fries.
Get
the burger.
Yeah.
Get the burger and eat a fucking apple. And it's like, just because this month I've been so fucking busy that I haven't been able to cook for myself at all. And I've been ordering out a lot, but it hasn't been, and it's not great, but in the past, if I ordered out for a month straight, I would gain 10 pounds no matter what. Yeah. But I've just been getting like chicken and fucking rice and a fucking veggie on the side or some shit. But yeah, it is very simple.
I think that I'm telling you, I think that everybody just got to make peace with it's enough.
Yeah.
You did it.
Totally, dude.
And I think that so much of I feel like once we start making, I think we have to get back to finding value in the things that we do every day instead of the result. Because I think that if you're like, hey, I got to get the number, you'll never have enough of that.
No.
But you, even in comedy, like you can always get bigger and bigger venues. But if you kind of put more of the self-esteem and like, I am doing a good product for these
in the
people,
art, for sure. I feel
like that's more fulfilling. You know what I'm saying?
You're 100% right. It's the classic, the journey is more important than the thing, which I've been thinking about a lot, obviously. That's sort of what you're talking about is what I've been struggling with and trying to figure out. But, day-to-day enjoyment in what you do is fucking crucial. Mm-hmm. It is funny when people say that they're like, it's about the journey, not the destination. And they'll use the Odyssey as an example. But I've been reading the Odyssey. Just the Nolan movies got me pumped. So I read a couple different versions of it. And it's funny when they use that example because the Odyssey is maybe the only one where that's not true. The whole point of the Odyssey is the destination. Yeah. He didn't learn on the journey. Yeah. He was being a fucking asshole and cheating on his fucking wife and killing, and fucking with cyclopses. But that's my classics take. We've gotten to philosophy and classical literature.
Yeah.
But
I will say this though.
Yeah.
The Randy's Donuts is very good.
Yeah, let's get back to so Randy's Donuts in LA, I have had it. Remember after the LA special, Eldest? That was one of the best days of our lives, dude. We have to do something after the Baltimore special, which is in 4 days, as we all know. It is 420 after all. But we had a great day where we got a bunch. It might have been Randy's Donuts, and we got a fucking me, Eldest, and our pal Straight George. And me and Eldest did a bunch of fucking mushrooms. Was it mushrooms or acid?
We did shrooms.
We did shrooms, and George drove us around in a fucking car while we're eating donuts and going to different LA places. That's one of the best days.
Yeah. I definitely think that the
Are you a donuts guy overall?
I am.
Yeah,
man. I'm rocking.
They're so good. I stepped away from donuts for years, and then man, the donut and coffee move. It's good. It's a classic for a reason, man. Dude.
And I'm gonna say this, bro.
It's a classic for a reason.
It's such a simple idea for something to taste good. We gonna take some bread and we go dip it in sugar.
We're gonna fry it first.
Yeah.
We're not baking this bullshit.
We're frying it. Dip it in sugar. It's like, hey man, this is a sin.
That's awesome.
Like this is delicious and it's negative.
You're right. It's certainly sinful.
You like, dang, bro, like. This is all the things that could be bad.
You did turn something pure and a way to feed yourself into a symbol of excess.
Yeah, there's no nutritional value.
No, certainly not. No, certainly not. Yeah, in your hierarchy of desserts, where do donuts lay?
Whoa.
Yeah, this is now we're getting to the real stuff. Enough about the emptiness of ceaseless success through capitalism. Let's get to the point
social
where
media is taking our souls away.
Exactly. Let's get to the brass tacks. What is your dessert hierarchy?
Okay, so I feel like honestly, I'm a big donut guy, but
Respect. And
I
that's
wouldn't
okay.
say cakes over donuts.
Cakes
I would not.
over
I would not.
donuts.
I would.
You
not
wouldn't.
say-
You wouldn't. Great.
But I would say red velvet cake is my favorite dessert.
Really?
A good red velvet cake.
Really? Eldest is shaking his head in approval here. I don't know that I agree.
I don't quite approve that.
Okay,
I'm a little surprised. I'm
a little
surprised
surprised-
whenever anyone says red velvet.
now here's where we want to let's plunge
I
into
get very,
this.
very upset about red velvet slander.
Well, can you
better slay
can you
Red
make the
Velvet?
case? Because I'll be honest with you, to me, red velvet is a classic, just mid-tier cake.
Okay, I want to lead a podcast.
And I don't want to do this for you.
Listen,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
say this. I do think that people who say that have not had a good red velvet.
That's fair. And I will say we have a very something hilarious in our life happened where a friend of ours growing up, people don't know him. We have not made him a character in any way on the pod. Just a guy growing up in Greektown. One time he thought he was shitting blood, but he ate a whole red velvet cake. He went to the fucking ER and they were like, this is the level of, like, we have fat guys you guys don't even know about. We haven't told you. Me and Eldest grew up around the type of fat guy that
That's
the
funny.
fact they would blow your minds if we described the
Yeah.
level of obese that we grew up
Absolutely.
around. This guy was so fucking fat. He ate a whole red velvet cake. Shit, what he thought was blood was rushed to the emergency room. People were like, he's gonna fucking die. He's got colon cancer.
Bro,
and the
what?
doctors were like, they had to get like Dr. House in there. They're like, we've never seen this much blood. They got their expert and they're like, what did you eat? And they were like, and he was, and like, he was like, yo, not much. And then they're like, and then eventually like a cake and they're like, oh, what kind of cake? Like, red velvet. They're like, oh, okay, but you must have like a slice. Usually, he's like, no, I ate an entire red velvet cake.
Oh, my
and they're like, get
God.
the fuck out of here, you fat. Like, I'm certain I wasn't there. Obviously, I'm certain in that moment he had to experience fat phobia. I think the
Totally,
doctors must have been like,
totally.
you fat cocksucker, you just fucking used all our resources for 2 hours
Yeah.
while we're trying to figure out where this blood is coming from.
Because imagine looking at the red velvet boo boo like, what is the source?
And it didn't even dawn on it. He's so fat and
Yeah,
stupid, by the way,
yeah.
that it didn't even dawn on him
Yeah.
that red velvet might be part of it.
Yeah.
He wasn't
For
like,
sure.
because I've had some atrocious shits, and I'm like, nah, I deserve that. I ate
Yeah.
my way to that type of dump.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's gotta go somewhere.
Now here's the thing, man. Let's talk about red velvet. Let's get into this, okay?
Yeah.
My hunch is that you have an emotional connection to red velvet.
You lost me.
You really don't think so?
No, I
It wasn't
think
like a thing you ate growing
I
up.
think red velvet is the best cake.
It's
flavor.
just chocolate with
It's
dye.
not. It's not. Why do people say that? It's not. It's never been chocolate. People always say it's chocolate. It's not chocolate.
Eldest,
Y'all have tasted chocolate cake. It's
What
not
is
chocolate.
it? It's just
it
it's a
has
different
cocoa in it.
cocoa in it.
But people
Eldest,
so
tell me what. Fine, do a little research. For
But people
fuck's
are
sake.
so busy on boxing it in.
Sure.
People are like, oh, it got cocoa in it. It gotta be chocolate. Relax.
I'm with you there.
People are all type of things. Cakes are all type of
Well,
varieties.
what would you discuss? What would you describe the flavor profile of red velvet?
It's-
Because I'm having a hard time coming up with anything unique
It
to
has
red velvet.
cocoa essence with cream cheese icing.
It's the cream cheese that does it for you.
It's killing
So the
it.
fact that it's a more subtle chocolate varietal with a cream cheese icing.
Yes.
Okay.
And here's the thing about red velvet. Red velvet is, you can make it bad.
You can.
So like, great example. You could get a good chocolate cake, a good birthday cake down at the fart factory if you need to.
Sure.
You know
A
what I'm saying?
We have one thing America has done very well is we have perfected sheet cake,
Easy
birthday
peasy.
sheet cake
Easy.
technology. You go to
That's-
Costco, get you a sheet cake, that's
Yes.
good shit.
But if
no
you
matter
get into
where.
pound cake, German chocolate, red velvet, that's when you go have to have a craftsman involved.
I agree with you there.
And I think
I agree
that
with
what
you
happened
there.
is people have been so overexposed to poorly made red velvet that they have allowed that to shade their opinion over the food.
Sure.
But we gotta remain open-minded.
I'm open-minded. If I'm anything, it's open-minded to cake. If we're
And
anything
I'm
on this
telling you,
podcast,
matter of fact, let me know when next time you're going to Atlanta. I bet.
we're going. Yeah, we'll be there. I need to know. I'll go wherever you send me.
Okay, to go. Go to this place called Sammy Cheesecake.
Sammy
it's a
Cheesecake?
cheesecake place,
I'm listening.
but they got a red velvet.
I love this. This is like a fat speakeasy where you're like, now you're gonna go to a cheesecake place.
It's
but
called
they
Sammy
have,
Cheesecake
but
in Atlanta.
because of the cheesecake, the cheesecake icing's next level. And I'm assuming.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't put that together until you just said it.
I think that's
But
probably what it is. I'm just guessing here.
You go down to Sammy Cheesecake. Get it with the pecans in it. Don't get it without the pecans.
Okay.
Get that slice.
Get it with
that
the
slice
pecans.
down
Now I'm
there
starting to think this is a cultural thing.
in Atlanta.
I'm starting to think black people must do red velvet in a way that has not crossed over.
And I'm open to that
I
reality.
think that must be what it is.
I'm open to that reality.
Because you're talking to guys who know cakes here.
Yeah. I'm open to that.
And Baltimore, it was never really a thing. Maybe it's a southern black thing. Might be the best red velvet.
I'm pretty sure that could play.
That has to. And I do like what you're saying though, where people that you will at least admit that the average is a higher degree of difficulty cake, so that because what people see most of the time is the mid version of a red velvet cake is bad, in my opinion. But you're saying judge it on the top level.
Because here's my thing. I'm judging it based on people's best selves.
And I respect that.
And I think that the best red velvet is leaps and bounds better than the best chocolate.
Now this is interesting.
I think that. I think
you
that
know
if
what we
you
need
would
to
go
do?
with a double chocolate cake and you gave me a red velvet, I guarantee you, we go blindfold test, just straight flavor palette, the red velvet, the
I like
best
this.
one.
What we have to do, we have to figure something out during the holidays, and we have to have a tournament of cakes.
Yeah.
We have to have,
Set it up.
and it will be we might have to do all fat November or fat December, and we might because we got some between the whole Fat House crew. We get Mandal, we get fucking Are You Garbage, we get
I'm with this.
we get
I'm with this.
we get Gabriel. We need to get some fat lady representation as well.
You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
We should do this either before or after. And then I think we should do a national comedian weight loss competition. You know Reggie Conquest?
I love Reggie.
Me and Reggie been talking about doing this for
Reggie.
like a year.
I love
but we
Reggie.
should gather up a bunch of comedians and have like a big like you know what I'm saying?
So I am really thinking about and we don't want to, I don't want to talk out of turn a little bit, but let's just say Stavvy Gets Ripped, the series I've been doing for a while.
Yeah.
We're thinking about adding some wrinkles to it. And I think getting some other comics involved could really help. This is good. No, I think we need to figure something out about right around the holidays. We need to have a consecutive 4 weeks of fat guests. And I think we need to judge cakes every week. I think we need to do, and we're basically just stealing something from Doughboys. This feels like what Doughboys would do. They just had. Are you familiar with the Doughboys podcast?
I've heard of it.
You'd be great. You got to get on it. I got to talk because I'm trying to get. Because basically what we're talking about is this is an Avengers type thing for fat podcasters.
Totally.
We might have to do it across like 5 different podcasts. We might have to join. We might have to do the like bandana, red and blue guy holding it to talk cakes. Because to me, and I would like each fat podcaster to bring one dessert. And you are judged solely by what you bring. And that way we take, because there is a philosophical divide between the best available thing, like the average thing versus the best of the best.
Yeah.
There is a philosophy, whenever you're like fruits is a great example. When you're ranking fruits, the best blackberry is incredible, but most blackberries suck dick. You almost never get them ripe.
Yeah.
Mango, the same. The best mango may be the best thing of all time,
Yeah.
but when you get a hard, weird mango, that's fucking sucks. Whereas a banana is never above a B, but pretty much every banana that's yellow tastes the same.
Yeah.
So there's a apples too. If an apple's your favorite fruit, you're a fucking asshole. But a random apple is probably good.
Yeah.
It's probably solid. But those are never what you gravitate towards. So this is good. On 420, we're all high as fuck. We got the munchies. That's why we're talking cakes. On 420, we hatched the idea for the fat comedians. We got to come up with a better name, but the Tournament of Cakes.
It need an acronym.
We do need Tournament of Cakes is TOC. Not great. We got to work on the we need an old school like mid 2000s rap acronym. You know how they really were forcing them for years. My favorite
K.
Huh? Yeah. Maybe with a K. My favorite is Chic. Remember Chic, Elders? The Dipset was really reaching for Chic. What was it? Swag.
Oh, I can't remember.
Do you remember what Chic was? Look up the Joel Santana Chic.
But I will say this: we do need to get this done before I get my leg surgery.
That's true.
Because when I get that, I am turning my back on y'all.
Of course.
I am turning my back on
This will be the final.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm turning into Bryan.
Yeah.
I get that leg surgery. I'm like, y'all put them burgers down. Y'all stop killing yourselves. Y'all depressed.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to go through the fucking Marvel. I'm gonna just find the Marvel doctor.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be in a Marvel movie, but I'm just gonna get the transformation.
Yeah.
Because I'm mocking you about your leg surgery.
Yeah.
But I'm dreaming the same dreams. It's just mine are much more steroid based.
Yeah, totally.
Where it's like, look, I'm not. I hurt my back, and I'll probably be dealing with this all year. And the idea of recovery for a surgery that's like worse than this, I'm never doing it. But the idea of doing some fucking steroids or peptide, rich people seem to be doing peptides now. I'm figuring all the secret rich guy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it all out. Okay?
But you know something though, this does make us hypocrites because we did just talk about being enough.
Right.
And now we trying to get tall and swole.
But here's the thing. There is nothing. That's the flip side. Because sometimes the fat activist stuff goes way too far.
Totally.
It's like, it's one thing to accept yourself for who you are, which is
let's
important.
Not pretend.
But I think we've done this before where it's like, all right, everybody who's not fat, stop listening for a minute. Okay, it's just us fat guys now and gals. We should lose a couple pounds, right?
Yeah.
We all need to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah. Totally.
We should all. We've done this before. It might have been on an episode you were on.
We don't have to pretend.
But it's important to accept who you are, where you are. But also, it's fine to want to change and improve yourself. That's the thing that pisses me off. Is like, why does it have to be you're smashing your fucking face with hammers to get your bone structure right, or you're the fattest guy of all time who can't go upstairs, and now everyone has to. And listen, if you're legitimately disabled and that's you, and that's fine. People should have to fucking make your life not a living hell.
Totally.
But if you're just a guy like us who's had who's hit Sammy's cheesecake a little too often, we got to be honest with ourselves here, man.
Yeah, and we don't want to get obsessed with black and white thinking, man.
Sure.
We can have some nuance.
There's some nuance.
You
There's some
can
grays.
lose some weight while not also trying to, never die.
Of course.
I think it's a little middle. Well, but I'm pretty sure everybody involved knows these things too. That's what I'm saying. It's about the attention. I think all of it is people find value and attention from the internet. So you got to be as extreme as possible.
That's
you
fair.
Know what I'm saying?
Now before we get to the questions, let's finish up. So Red Velvet is number one to you.
I was about to ask, what's your favorite cake?
Okay. Maybe this is similar because I'm going to say I like a bread pudding as my number one.
Interesting.
But and now I'm understanding where you're coming from, because yes, a random bread pudding is bad. Even though I like it, you give me some bullshit with raisins, it's not set the right way.
Yeah.
But the fucking best bread pudding to me, it's just my favorite because of the breadiness to it, and it's gotta have chocolate, and it's gotta be paired with a fucking ice cream.
Okay.
It's gotta go a la mode, right?
Yeah.
Don't
gotta
even
a la
fucking
mode
look at me if you're having your favorite dessert and it's not a la mode.
I'm in my mode if I'm a la mode.
Yeah. If you're not putting a fucking scoop of the finest vanilla, and it should be vanilla
from France,
so that it can make whatever sing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The ice cream should be it's a role player. It's setting picks. It's rebounding so that your main dessert can dunk. Right?
Wow.
That's how I see the a la mode. It works for apple pie. It works for fucking cakes.
I didn't put pies in the mix.
Pies are pretty good. To me, pie is probably, but what pie?
I'm basic, bro. I like an apple.
Apple's
pie.
good. Yeah,
apple
another apple a la mode.
Apple pie a la mode is incredible.
Yeah, especially when the fucking shit's a little crunchy.
Come on, man.
And you feel like you're eating fruit.
Go crust heavy.
Crust heavy. and you get me a springy apple, not a mushy ass apple.
Listen,
I'll
bro,
take it either way, by the way.
I
But
done
I
messed
like
around.
yeah.
If you want to get into the science of it, I hate to say it, bro. Grab them 2 apple pies at McDonald's, put them in the McFlurry with no topping.
Ooh, that's
I
a
done
whole
did
other
that.
fuck. The tournament, the dessert tournament.
Yeah, I done did the science.
The
bro.
dessert tournament is there's 2 levels to it. There's the absolute best bakery, and then there's what can you do at a gas station?
Yeah.
What can you do at a fast food restaurant?
Totally,
What can
totally.
you do at a fuck just, and then like grab bag, like, we drop you within a fucking, that's fun too. It's like there's different, what can you do at a vending machine? What can you get done?
Wow.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're prison rules almost. When you
Yeah.
see those videos
Yeah.
of guys making fucking chimichangas with Doritos and fucking dog food
Yeah,
somehow,
yeah.
you're like, how do they do that? Put this guy in fucking the culinary
My
institute.
favorite video was somebody doing the incarcerated birthday cake.
Hell yeah.
And they like smashed some Twinkies and made some legs. And I was like, man, it's crazy, man. People are really resourceful.
Absolutely.
Man.
The human spirit and creativity. In fact,
can't
that
break
to
it.
me that is more artful to me than almost every type of online content.
Yeah.
I would rather watch, I would see the pathos and the heart that goes into these guys in jail. They just want their friend to have a nice birthday.
Yeah.
They're doing their best.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They don't want to be here just dudes eating fucking smashed up Twinkies. But for an hour, it's like you're fucking at home with your family. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
And that is more that the artistic value of jail food is so much more powerful than a lot of people who make their living making art, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What's up, Brodies? The days they're getting warmer, but they can still be cold. We're in spring. Sometimes that sun feels like it's gone by 4:30. Luckily, there's a simple way to make those dark afternoons feel a little more enjoyable. Bow down to Twisted Tea, the king of hard iced teas. Twisted Tea is smooth as hell and made with real brewed tea. No weird flavors. No pretending to be something fancy. Just refreshing, easy to drink, hard iced tea that somehow makes winter hangouts feel way less bleak. Snow outside? Bring the good times indoors. Just you, your friends, a cozy couch, a fireplace, and a Saturday you've been waiting on all week. Oh yeah, and some freaking Twisted Teas. Conversations loosen up, laughs come easier, and suddenly winter don't feel quite so aggressive, do it? And at 5% alcohol, it's got enough kick to make things fun without going overboard. Crack open a can of Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly. Fuck! This is great. This has been a very philosophy-heavy first part, which I love. Sometimes people got to see how we think on this fucking beautiful program, but it's time to help the people, Elder. So why don't you fucking play us a couple fucking calls?
Stavvy, eldest, esteemed guest. Got a weird...
Happy to have us.
That's not that weird. All right, so here's what's up. My daughter is 15. She's pretty cool. She's got like good politics, believes in labor rights, not a racist, good things. She's in art school. All around a cool kid. Very empathetic and cares deeply about her friends.
That's cute.
So much so that when she found out that one of her friends was vaping in the bathroom at school, she was really bothered by this because she knows that vaping is for losers. Unless you're using it to quit nicotine, in which case, good on you. But, 15-year-old should not necessarily be vaping. And she wants to help her friend. So she's torn. She doesn't want, she wants to know how to go about reporting her friend to the principals or whatever so that she gets caught or gets in trouble or something. And I didn't raise no snitch, and I'm a little
Jesus, I got
bothered
worried
by
for
the
a
fact
second.
that she's doing some cop-like behavior.
Yeah. It's a
I
big
told her
problem.
she should just bully her friend and tease her relentlessly for vaping, and maybe that'll work. But she wants to be a fucking tattletale, and I don't love that. So
That's a
quick
big
question,
problem.
what do you do if your kid is trying to be a snitch? Thank you very much. Love
This
you.
is tough
Bye.
because
Yeah.
without question, I would rather have the kid vaping than the kid trying to figure out how to report her friend. What?
Yeah, I think
You're dude. You raised a fucking dork, and that's okay. You can de-dork someone, and they start from that. I think that's fine. But man, this is a big moment. This is a big parenting moment.
I definitely think it. I think it's got to take the approach of preaching the loyalty between the friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that has more value
Yes.
than whatever the rule that she's trying to enforce. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And he's in an interesting spot here because you risk his kid clearly. And the funny thing is about 15-year-olds is like, they're really like 10-year-olds. Like mentally, they're just like little ass kids. It's actually kind of cute when you see someone like even all the way through, even like first year of college, you have people who like are growing and you see them like you'll have like, I have like a little cousin who's like, he's kind of like a dude, right? Like they're in high school, like him and his little sisters. And you know, he looks like like at first glance, if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh yeah, that's like a grown, grown person, whatever, a young adult. And then you fucking talk to them and it's like, they're fucking little ass, they're dumb babies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a fun, like, God bless whoever teaches like middle school and fucking and high school. That's such a weird, crazy thing to do. So you risk. I think what's happening is your daughter is kind of running on middle to elementary school programming right now. She's a little sheltered. This kind of happened to me. I remember when I had a friend who was trying to get pussy when we were 15, and I was like, oh, what? Girls will let us do that? And I was like, that'd be all. And you know, he throws like a party, and I'm a fucking loser because It's like you're a little kid who doesn't understand it's even possible for you to fuck because we just lived like chill, like. I mean, you could argue to this day, I live like a little boy. Like I just have a big ass TV. Me and my friend talk shit. That's our job. You know what I mean? So it's like he could, by being like, you know, it's not really a big deal if your friend vapes. He could turn his kid into being like, does anything matter? And now she's getting fucked up, and now she's going hard the other way. So it is a delicate spot to be in.
Absolutely, because I think you definitely don't want to invalidate the seriousness of the infraction to her. But I do,
because it's kind of cute that his daughter is 15 and thinks it's crazy that her friend is vaping. It's like, you're 15, you fucking dork. That is the age you're trying to do drugs, you're trying to drink, you're trying to do all this shit.
But I think as you get older, you do realize how much value it is in community and your relationships beyond the things that are set upon us, like what we're supposed to do, what we're not supposed to do. And so I think,
and all that stuff's fake, by the way. Yeah. Like the idea that we actually live in a society of rules is completely fake. There's no justice. There's no, like, I think this is a good moment for her to realize what you're saying, where what matters is the actual bonds you make with people. The like loyalty, the knowing that you can have their back. Because his daughter is now operating in a world where, well, somebody's doing something wrong. You go to authority who is infallible, who knows everything and will fix the situation. And this is a good moment to teach your daughter that, like, her principal's probably a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Authority is more often than not fucking stupid, right? Like, they don't and what's important here, or not fucking stupid, but not necessarily knows how to deal with things. And what's important here is to let her know, like, no, look, your friend might be vaping. She might be going through something. It might be a phase. It might not be. She might smoke her whole life. She might not. But this is your friend who you need to be there for. And you also need to be like, just talk to her about it. Bullying, making fun of her for smoking is one thing, like whatever. But it's just like, you just have to let them know that what's way more important is to be there for your friend. Because look, right now it's vaping, which is kind of under control. But there might be a time where they get in over their head, and it's like, now's not the time to go to authority, I guess, is maybe what I would say. Is that this is a really low-level infraction, and you also need to tell your daughter she has to deal with things herself. This is a great opportunity to find this out because the stakes are low.
Yeah, and I think it's nothing wrong with actually learning how to communicate concern to a friend.
Sure, that's fair.
Directly and having value in that. It doesn't need to
That's
be
fair.
beyond the two people. It's like, hey, this person is important to me, and I think that this is damaging to you.
Yeah.
And communicating that rather than trying to export the responsibility outside of themselves.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, you go back and you think about being 15.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And you're like,
you just want to stop.
You just want it to stop, but it's also like, how do you not see that go? Like, I'm trying to think about being 15 and like telling a teacher on fucking Eldest. I mean, that to me, that's the bigger problem is that this is even in your kid's thinking. I mean, like, this is kind of insane where it's like, maybe she's so scared of it. Like, it'd be like if Eldest was doing heroin to me.
Right.
Where I'm like, I need to have an intervention. But she's just fucking vaping. So it's like, and it's also cute that she told her parents. But it's like, this is a trusting individual.
But I think this is definitely a sign of some level of solid moral compass.
Yeah, for sure.
May just be
that's a good point.
Misguided in execution. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
a really good point because she's not wrong, but her knee-jerk reaction is wrong, is to snitch and to go to authority. And I think there's a twofold lesson here, which is like, it's better to just handle things within your group, within your community on some level, than to go outside unless it's a really big problem. And then you're like, hey, you should probably save. You might never need to go to like authority or whatever, but it's like, this should be when your friend is in like serious danger. And right now, just being a kid, and you could even say like, hey, I don't want you to vape, but you need to kind of, going forward, you need to know the difference between something where we have to call in somebody and the difference where you just have to talk to your friend. And there is value in saying that. And by the way, being the kind of 15-year-old that can be like, I don't think this is good for you, man. That's good. That's important. But I also think on some level, it's like, her friends are going to start drinking soon if they haven't already. They're going to start smoking weed. They're going to start having sex. Like, and I think really the message is, look, you be whoever you want to be. You do safe stuff. To you, like, this stuff is crazy. And that's important. And I'm proud of you for feeling that way. But you also have to understand you can't change the way your friends behave.
Yeah.
All you can do is be there for them. And if they're in really serious danger, then we can talk about it. But this is not one of those situations.
Yeah.
And then to say to her as the parent, and if you're ever in serious, if you're ever struggling with anything, you can talk to me. That's the really biggest positive here, is that she clearly feels comfortable like telling you about this. And I think that's the main thing you want to, that's a hard thing to do. You should be proud that your kid actually wants to talk. Because like, I would never in a million years think I could go to my parents with my friends doing drugs. First of all, I would be like, nice, let's do drugs. You know, like I was actively hiding drug use at this age from my parents. And so it's cute, but you know, that's what I would say to her. It's like, you got to handle some shit on your own. And all you can do is be there for your friends. And if they're in serious trouble, talk to me. We can handle it. We can figure it out. And if you're ever in serious trouble you can always come to me. But you need to start learning that like we can't really trust who's in charge. You know your friend better than your fucking principal does. You know what I mean?
And you made the best point that it is cool that he has that relationship where she will come to him with anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's something that everybody doesn't have. You know?
Totally. Damn, that's so funny. What was the crew looking like at 15? What were you up to?
15.
Vapes weren't out back then.
I wasn't vaping. I was kind of a little bit on that. I was like, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do no nothing.
Activities.
I ain't smoke nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't do anything. I was one of them.
You're like, how guys? You got it. Yeah, you're telling people they need to go to church to save their souls.
I was definitely like, dang, y'all not studying. I had some of that in me, you know, for sure.
Sour grapes for not being at the parties.
Look at what y'all doing. I But you know, when you try to be judgment man at that age, you really just trying to protect your own.
That's fully what it is.
Yeah, you trying to create some image of yourself to protect your own insecurities.
Oh, I could be getting pussy and smoking weed.
Yeah.
I don't want to because it's bad for me.
Yeah.
And you guys should be doing that. You should be hitting the books.
Yeah.
Not having an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
Not fucking trying pills.
It's a bunch of that. Like, definitely trying to be like, that's what y'all doing?
I mean, that's a classic move of like, that's another place where the like fat and the like, that's why fatness has so much like cross community. Like we relate to a lot of different people because I think that's the kind of behavior you also get from like closeted people who are like, oh God, guys, we need to be focused. And we need to, and of course, I'd love to fuck Cindy. She's so hot, but I can't have premarital sex, and neither should you. It's like there's a little bit of the like hiding, being either a loser or hiding an identity you're uncomfortable with through the rules, and that's a big problem. Your kid just sounds like a little bit of a goody two shoes, and that's fine. That's kind of cute and good for you. Congratulations. Next question, Eldest.
Hey, Stav. First time, long time. I'll jump right into it. I've been dating a girl for about 5 months, and the problem I'm having is she busts hardest when she's riding me. Now, that's not necessarily a problem, but the problem is she rides aggressively. To compound to that, she wants me to grab her hip and slam her down on me when she's fucking me as hard as possible. Adding to that, she does this little hip flick at the end.
Okay,
and
man.
I swear to God, it hurts like nothing I've ever experienced.
Right.
It feels like she's about to snap my dick off. I'm trying different things, like adjusting angle. I tried moving my hips up, tried putting my legs up to try and fix that.
Doing a bridge.
Told, no, get those down. I'm coming in for the thunder.
Yeah.
So where I'm at is she's a self-conscious person. I don't want to ruin her favorite position.
Sure.
How do I bring this up to her without hurting her feelings and keeping my member intact? Additionally, I come the hardest when I fuck her in the ass.
Oh,
it's just a fair trade situation. Thanks,
Whoa. Don't try and sneak that in there. He's got a fucking treatise on every angle that this girl is like, and by the way, I like to fuck her in the ass. I come the hardest when that's crazy. And for you to try and make an equivalence of a woman riding you and you fucking her ass, that's just not, buddy, that's apples and oranges. I hate to break it to you.
I do like that he's linking it with the pain. He's like, she's hurting my dick. Yeah, I'll hurt her ass a little. That's how we get off. Where's the middle ground?
No, brother, this is not a fair trade. Okay, let's start there. Go, Mandal, you have some thoughts?
Well, and my thoughts is probably around the thing, which is probably unproductive.
No, please go ahead.
Have you ever had someone where you had a follow up where you answer the thing and then you hear their response from the person they're talking about, hearing it on the podcast?
Maybe a couple times people have called in together, but we've never had. That's true. We've never had like a different. Maybe there's been one thing I'm not thinking of where somebody called in to sort of defend themselves. But more so we get them responding. We don't really get like we've never gotten, for example, the girlfriend's perspective here. No, which I would be fascinated. But my dream is to actually be able to. One of the first versions of this show was almost like a judge show where everybody comes and gives me their take, and I would love to do some version of that. I don't want to swagger jack Miss Pat right now. She's got Miss Pat settles it, and I would kind of be stealing her whole thing if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna let that. She does it until she wants. Maybe it's like Family Feud where it's like I can take over. Miss Pat settles it. It could be Stavvy settles it. I could be the next. I could be the next host of BET's Stavvy settles it, and everything's the same. It's just me. That would be fucking awesome.
Man, you should come up with a Greek TV channel.
Yeah.
GET.
I wouldn't want to fucking deal with all those. That's too many Greeks for me, man. There's only a couple good ones. Now this guy, which I would love to get this girl's take. Now, I guess, should we discuss the fact that he comes the hardest when he fucks? I mean, that's kind of nuts. That's kind of crazy. Also, what do you mean the hardest? We're not, listen, that's the thing about dudes. Let's be very clear. Sure, there's things you like more than others, but it's like a guy busts the same whether he's fucking, unless you're sting and you're doing tantric sex for 10 hours or whatever, but it's like, you don't come hard. Women come harder. Men come the same. Let's be fucking honest. You just like fucking. You just like butt fucking. And that's fine. No, there's no judgment here. I just don't appreciate you trying to pretend that these two things are the same. And I've been there. I know when I ultimately think you kind of have to take one for the team here. If this is how she busts, and we're probably talking about in a total... And look, how painful is it? I don't know. I've had to be like, I have a fucked up penis famously. I've discussed that. I've had to be like, hey, chill. Getting a spam phone call. I've had to pause and be like, whoa, I need a little breather for my fucked up dick. But I've gotten right back in the zone. And ultimately, I think the fact that you have a key to your girl busting is more than many would kill to be in your position. The fact that your girl can bust in a certain way, I think you just need to tell her, hey, sometimes it fucking, but you have what you need. You just have to discuss. Don't be afraid to just share something. And if she's self-conscious, that's one thing. You're like, hey, this is awesome. Can we just figure a couple things out here? Because I'm sure you can find a middle way if you're just a little vocal, if it's not all or nothing.
I bet there's some pelvic bracing that could go on for this guy. That's not the full-on bridge where she's still in the same position, but he's like,
maybe you need a pillow under your hips for a change. You know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe we need a specific ergonomic fuck pillow. Maybe your dick's not hard enough, pal. I hate that. Let's be honest. Let's really fucking, let's throw our cards out on the table. What the fuck is the expression? Whatever. It's a positive because listen, I know that if my dick's not very hard, it really shows itself when I'm being ridden, for example. There's no way you can kind of finesse a wiggly penis when you're on top, but when somebody else is making use of your penis as a tool, maybe your dick's not hard enough. And can we do something there? Can we increase blood flow? Can we get our vascularity better? And then look, if the fact that you like anal sex is just a different conversation. So let's not put these two together. When you talk to her about this, don't propose a trade where it's like, hey, you get to bust and I get to fuck your ass whenever I want. Not an equivalence, because I'm guessing you're busting from traditional, intercourse. But I think that's my take on it. Is you just have to have a convo. You have to think about all the elements here. And if this is the way she busts, you got to figure something out here, because that's a nice thing to have in a long-term relationship. Maybe you could do a little aggressive finger popping. I'm sure they're related. I'm sure you can achieve certain same goals that way. Just thinking of my own experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's I think that's what I would counsel the man on. Man, you have no direct takes here.
Yeah, I really don't, man.
Yeah.
I was listening to bro, and he was having so much fun.
He was pretty technical about it too.
He was having so much fun, and I did think, like you said, he did go super detailed, and then at the last minute said his thing and then hung up.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was a little nuts.
Slick.
That caught me a little off guard.
That wasn't slick. We caught you.
I do appreciate it, because I do think we're in similar space. Like, I think me and you are both sort of fascinated by like a type of retro fat guy unk type of
for sure.
But I appreciate about you is that you have a wholesomeness, because there's very typically that kind of older unk scumbag uncle, like not quite a dad, kind of like literally your uncle that's around. Oftentimes there's a horny energy attached to it. And I like that you keep it pure. For you, it's about the aesthetics. There's hints of horniness, but there's no outward displays of horniness.
Honestly, bro, I think I'm one of them people who, because most of my stand-up career is is gigs.
Yeah.
I think I'm still stuck in the like, keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
If you want to work,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If you want to work,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When you don't got an audience, bro, it's a lot of like, I can work gigs.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's true. That is I definitely ran up against that a lot early in my career.
Totally.
Shout out to Tom Papa, who is not a clean comic, but people thought of him that way. And I opened for him for years. And the one time a lady was like, your opener was disgusting. And he was like, fuck you, lady. He fully had my back. It was awesome. He's the man for that.
Yeah. But it's really just more about that, though.
I see.
I just be trying to like.
Okay.
I be so scared. Like, if I have to go back to colleges and churches, I don't want to look up the files and be like, never mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. I respect that. Okay, nice. So there might be a horny unveiling with Mandal in about a decade.
I don't think I've heard them two words.
Because that really is sort of the final unk form, is just being sort of, and there's a passive horniness to it where it's not aggressive. You're just always a little horny and you're always just looking at, it's like when you see an old fat guy just like, it looks like he's reading news. He's watching the most intense pornography you've ever seen in your life. I do feel like there is, like, Patrice had an old bit about being like an old creep or like an undercover creep, where it's just, I'm trying to remember, he's just like in a park bench looking at like a woman's like ankles or something. You know what I mean? And he's just like, I got to find that bit. That is kind of what we're describing. Anyway, next question, LD. Aura Frame is the perfect Mother's Day gift to capture the chaos you put her through and the memories that came with it. Make a meaningful impression with a gift that feels personal from the very first moment. Photos can be preloaded before the frame even ships, so it arrives filled with favorite memories, and a custom message can be added to create an extra special unboxing experience. Thoughtful, ready to enjoy, and uniquely tailored, it's a gift that instantly feels one of a kind. I remember one time on a Greek vacation, me and my brothers cracked open some watermelons and started riding them in various forms of undress, while our mother had to clean us up, clean the watermelon up, get us dressed. Pure chaos that lives on the Aura Frame right now in my mother's living room. Named #1 by Wirecutter, you can save on the gifts moms love by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver mat frame with code Stavvy. That's Aura Frames, AURA frames.com, promo code Stavvy. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Stavvy, what's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, whatever. Jumping right in. So I got a friend.
Thank you for inclusivity.
We're planning this cross-country Scotland road trip, right? We've always been platonic friends. We used to work together. We've done some travels like this. I'm not expecting to fuck. Maybe, you never know, less than 5% chance. But even like with those chances being pretty low, she's an outdoorsy person. I imagine we're going to be doing a lot of hikes. I like doing that stuff too. But
this is another classic trying to sneak something in. Anyway, at 5%, I'm not thinking about it. It's all you're thinking about. Hey, come on, man. Come on, dude. Who the fuck are you calling into?
Yeah.
You're going on a trip with a girl. You're like, oh, we're probably not gonna fuck. I'm not even thinking about it. Every moment you're around her, you're vibrating with how badly you want to fuck her, and you think you can hide that? You're going on a trip with a platonic trip. Anyway, sorry.
No, he brought it up twice.
Yeah.
This far, so that is dishonest.
So hit me with, I just got a weird text, so I missed the very beginning.
So this friend is in England and they're planning a cross-country trip to Scotland. That sounds like it'll be pretty outdoorsy.
That's cute though. I like that trip idea. Yeah. And so he lives where? He lives here or he lives there?
He didn't specify, but I think he lives here.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
I am probably in the worst shape of my fucking life. I'm damn near 300 pounds. And I've got like 3 or 4 months to prepare.
I know 5'7"? That's a normal weight for that height.
Time, but you can still
sounds like you're just right. From what my doctors told me. 5'7", 300. That's exactly right on the BMI scale.
Not a lot of time, but you could still make some significant progress. I just can't find any motivation, Stav. I just can't stop eating and smoking weed and oversleeping and
sure.
I don't know. I'm just really depressed. The world seems shitty. war and blah,
It is.
blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I've been thinking about quitting the weed, but like, it's like, I'm pretty sure me buying weed is one of my friends' like only sources of income. And I guess it's an excuse, but that stops me from like just trying to cut that out. But what do I do? How do I get ripped like you? How do I find the motivation to become a better man, to hike and maybe smash this girl?
I mean, okay,
thanks.
there it
Love
is.
you guys. Love the pod.
See, this
love
is
the
insane.
specials.
Yeah.
Keep doing your shit.
Nah, I'm with you.
Because
You
know,
caught it early.
because you know what this guy is. This guy is living in an oil field, and he's trying to perfect solar power. Right? He needs the motivation.
You just snapped.
He needs the motivation to lose weight, and he's pretending he doesn't want to fuck this girl. My boy, you got that's the what were we talking about? Art, human existence. Everything in history has been done to get pussy. You clearly want to fuck this girl so bad. You're fat as shit. You're gonna be alone with her for a fucking month on a cross country trip, and that's not the fucking. You're pretending you don't want to fuck her, and that's you locking away your oil well. Admit to yourself, all you want to do is fuck this woman. You would still get something out of the trip. Don't get me wrong. Even if she doesn't want to, you're not a piece of shit. If she doesn't want to fuck you, you're not going to be an asshole. But admit that to yourself. Start drilling in the fucking getting pussy oil fields instead of this nebulous, like, be a better man. I couldn't possibly stop smoking weed. It would completely disrupt my local economy if I stopped buying eighths from my fucking college dropout friend. Be honest with yourself, okay? Start drilling in the pussy energy well, okay? And stop pretending you're doing this for moral higher standards. And one day you'll get there, by the way, right? Like I'm at a place where, look, my life's fucking awesome. I don't need to lose weight other than because I want to live, right? But that wasn't always the case.
Yeah.
When I was young and had the only times I ever fucking lost weight was honestly for a girl or for girls generally, right?
I do have a little take here though.
Please.
And
that's why
and
you're
I
here.
do think that
we are two different. We do have a different. It's like we have a different operating system in the same model. You know what I mean? Like we both have. We're both like, you know, it's different engines and like, you know, PT Cruisers or whatever.
Totally.
So I am interested for your take, sure, because I don't think you have been. You know, you're not as, like we said, horny forward. So let's get your take.
Nah,
here.
I will say this. I do think that at some point, you have to put some value in wanting to lose weight or be healthier for yourself.
For sure.
Because I think that's more sustainable over time than for this particular person.
We're in full agreement.
And I think that the more that you have some more value and feel like I am worth whatever that is, whether that be being, I know he said, you know, doing whatever he wants to quit or lose weight or gaining skills or whatever. I think you'll be in less positions where you have to pretend like you don't want to be with this lady.
Sure.
You'll have more opportunity to be around women who like you for you because you like you for you. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's even, you're right. Even pretending he doesn't want to fuck her is sort of that.
It's his own
what are you
protection.
guys up to? It's like,
his own protection.
Why are you guys out smoking weed? That's bad for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the evolved version of that, right?
And I think you got to put that value in yourself. You got to be like, hey, man, I like me so much that I want the best version of me because I deserve that.
Yes.
And then I think you'll have less times where you're like trying to figure out these puzzles around.
Of course.
Around anything you want in life because you'll find the value in you first. You know what I'm saying?
I fully agree.
And
I do, and that's kind of what I'm saying is like, look, this will not last you. This is not, it is oil versus solar because it is bad for you. It's bad for the environment. It doesn't burn clean. The fuel of either hatred or desire, most powerful, potent fuel, but it pollutes.
Absolutely.
It puts a lot. It does not, when you're like, and that's, by the way, that's what got me here is like chip on my shoulder. You think that motherfucker's better than me?
Absolutely.
And wanting to get pussy.
Yeah.
Without question, the two things that have motivated my success more than anything, at least getting started, are those two. but those fuels do not burn clean. And I have switched over, to a different fuel for myself, for wanting to be myself. But this guy right now, he's just he's out there.
So you got to start where you are.
He's got to start where he is.
Yeah, I get that.
And right now, he needs to start burning the unclean fuel,
Yeah.
just to get a little heat in the fucking in the
Yeah.
lab.
This,
You know what I
this
mean?
is this
right
is,
now the lab is
that's-
dark.
This is a fair point, because I would say with the thing that you do that I think is so cool is that you inspire people to like themselves where they are.
Exactly.
But like you said, you got to pull yourself out the thing with whatever can motivate you first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Start. If everybody, you're fucking Squirtles right now, you can be fucking Blastoise.
Yeah.
You're just not there yet,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You got to evolve over time. Just admit who you are. And that's why this man needs to admit who he is and look at this trip as, yes, use that fuel. Don't be a creep, but also just be like, you know what? I'm going on this awesome trip. I'm a fucking broke piece of shit, it sounds like. I get to go to England. It's a once in a lifetime thing. That's a very cool trip, by the way.
Yeah,
And what did he say
absolutely.
when he was going?
3 or 4 months from now.
Okay, so that's the perfect time to go. It's I was in England. We shot Begonia in like June or whatever the fuck, and I was like, damn, this would be you actually want to be in England and Scotland like July and August where everybody else is hot as fuck and they're just like 72 degrees and they're like, it's a heat wave, But that's a beautiful trip. Look at it as like, fuck it. I'm gonna start going on, I'm gonna start walking. Just do the stuff you can do. And by the way, you don't have the time for a full evolution. You're gonna stay Squirtle, but you could be. Who were the Squirtle Club with the guys with the glasses? You remember that there were like a couple cool Squirtles? Do you remember that?
No.
Were you a Pokemon guy, Mandel?
I was in Pokemon.
I believe on the cartoon there was like the Squirtle Club or some shit, and it was just Squirtles wearing sunglasses.
Squirtle Squad.
Squirtle Squad, thank you. I backed into this analogy, but it actually works beautifully. Because right now you're a fucking loser, Squirtle, smoking weed, and you're a little too fucking fat, right? The Squirtle Squad's got sunglasses on. They're slight. So you need to become the Squirtle Squad. You need to be who you are now, but just more confident. And by the way, look at it purely as I don't want to embarrass myself on these hikes.
Yeah, and I was about to say too. Yeah, I think like just getting in a better cardiovascular place than you are right now is good, and take account for what's cool about you right now.
Yeah.
Like I think it's so much focus on what you supposed to change, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot of stuff
Highlight
right
the cool
now.
stuff. Yes, I agree.
That is cool about you.
Get a couple cool fits. Go to DXL.
Absolutely.
You're still at DXL. We're not telling you you're leaving DXL in 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
But spend a little cash.
Yeah.
Get a couple cool fits. Start going on walks in the. And by the way, it's hard to get weed in Europe. So this is a good motivation to be like, I don't want to be going through fucking withdrawals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit now. And if I want to start smoking weed again when I get back, I can. But just look, dude, you actually have a really good opportunity to use this as motivation for a number of different things. Again, I think it's a healthy thing to be like, this is still my friend, even if she doesn't want to smash. You clearly have feelings for this person, okay? So
Totally.
being honest with yourself is important. And providing, and look, whether she likes you or she doesn't like you, you want to put your best foot forward, right? So that's motivation 1. 2 is, he's young, right? Did he say how old he was? He sounds young, right? His worldview is quite young. Something you realize even in your 30s is like, oh, there are not unlimited summers. You get like 80 summers if you're lucky. You're spending this might be the coolest summer of your fucking life. It's eligible. And I'm not saying the rest of your life's gonna suck. I'm saying you're doing something so cool that it's eligible to be the coolest thing you've ever done. So why not be in a little better shape for it? Why not be ready to enjoy the trip? As somebody who really has had a good time going to different cities, walking around. When I was 300 pounds versus even being 280 now, that 20 fucking pounds is a huge difference. The first 5 pounds is a huge difference. The first time you really start walking, you feel it. So I would say, look at this. My advice to you to find concrete motivation is just fucking look at this as not I'm going to lose weight, not I'm going to be the fucking best version of myself. This ain't going to be the best version of you ever. I want to be in as good as shape mentally, physically going into a cool vacation with someone that I have feelings for, that I'm going to have a lot of time to connect and see whether there's anything there. Just being the best. Look at it as just short-term motivation for getting the most out of this vacation. Let that be the start, and wherever it goes, it goes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And this might be a take that I regret.
Please
tell her how you feel, man.
I agree. Tell
her how you feel. Don't hide behind.
Now I would. How long is the trip, Elders? Did he say?
I don't know if he specified it.
But yes, maybe at the end of the trip. You know what I mean? I don't know that I would lead with that.
Yeah, maybe
I would catch a vibe.
Yeah, because now she feels stuck there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now she feels weird. Now she's like, oh, is this a guy, a fucking creep? Is he going to try and fuck me, in Dublin or wherever the fuck we're going? I guess he said Scotland and England.
Yeah,
that's Glasgow.
I might have been wrong on that.
No. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Ultimately, you do need to tell her how you feel. And you need to be honest with how you feel. You're not, nobody fucking goes on a 2-week hiking trip with their pen pal that they're not trying to fuck. You know what I mean?
And I think, you got to realize that's a little dishonest too, because she may perceive the relationship as platonic. And he
which listen, it's, but I think, but it's important to, first thing he needs to do is be honest with himself. Mm-hmm. Figure out what your real feelings are. And then after you've kind of, taken a couple practice hikes, he says he's out of breath. Yeah. You've hit a couple national parks. You've cut the weed back, if not cut it out completely. Your diet is a little better because, whatever. After that, and then you go on the trip, you have a couple days, you catch a vibe, you feel it out. At the end of the trip, there's nothing wrong with being like, or when it feels right, being like, hey, I'm having a great time. Spending this much time together has really made me understand my feelings for you. And look, at the end of the day, they fucking live across, I don't know where. He didn't give us a lot of detail about who this person is, but
he did mention they used to work together, but that's all we really know.
Either way, this is clearly somebody you have feelings for on some level. And I think don't do it on the first date. Don't fucking go there with a diamond ring in your pocket and try and fucking propose. But feel the vibes out. If it feels right, you can say it earlier. But I think by the end of the trip, it's important for you to just express yourself. And even if it doesn't go your way, that's fine. She's still your friend. You had a great trip together. And there will be other people that do feel this way about you.
Absolutely.
Right? But I like that advice. I think that is good ultimately. At the end of the day, what we need to do is just be as honest about what we want and our feelings as possible. And that's hard to do.
Yeah. And have some faith that if you being the best version of you, somebody gonna love that version.
100%, without question. Like, somebody will love the shittier version of you too.
Absolutely.
I fucked the most when I was fat. I was 340.
Yeah.
My dick didn't even fucking work. Yeah. But I was just kind of trying to fuck as like the way I did everything, like the way I was addicted to everything of like pills, food, weed, trying to fuck as many girls as will let. Like I was just in such a like addict's mind where it was like, and you can figure it out at your worst. So when you're actually at wherever you are, you can find somebody that believes in you. And you can even find people that are on the ups. You don't need everything to be perfect for you to find.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, that's our advice, little buddy. We're rooting for you. Honestly, please let us know how it goes. I would love to even talk to you on a live call because I think there's a lot more that we haven't gotten to here.
Absolutely.
This guy could go he could be another member of the anti-incel Hall of Fame. Who did we have? Peach Farmer's in there.
Peach Farmer's in there.
And who's the other kid? I forget his name, but he's the man. Remember we talked to him on the road?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was his name? We don't know their real names here.
I forgot their name.
But we know you, but you know who we're talking about. And we do need a couple updates on some of our
The guy who you did crowd work on in LA years ago.
Him too, yep, of course.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just hit us with another one.
Hey, Stav. Big fan of the show. So I'll get right to it. Basically, I have a group of college friends. I'm 34. Really, like, the only time I get to see these guys is about once a year or so, whenever someone gets married or we have a bachelor party or something like that. And what's going on now is one of the guys in the group, I found out he's getting married, and I found out because another one of the friends texted me and asked if I was going, and I found out that I didn't get an invite. And basically my question is I am wondering, is it cool? Like, I changed my email and I changed my phone number about a year ago. And I'm wondering, is it cool to kind of ask my other friend who told me about the wedding to kind of like fish around and see if it's possible that maybe like he just like texted the wrong number.
You want to go to a wedding?
Sent the wrong email. At the same time, I really don't want to seem like I'm fishing for an invite. I mean, I am a little bummed that I didn't get invited, but you know, it's his wedding, and you know, I respect his decision. And the last thing I would want to do is be at a thing where I'm not wanted. But I love these guys, and I love hanging out with them whenever I get the opportunity to. And I'd be really bummed, especially if I found out that you know it's just a misconnection. To give a little more context, I mean, we're in a fantasy football group together, and we had to like remake the group last year because I changed my number. So that's the thing, is I think that he probably just didn't invite me. But I don't know. I can't take the feeling that
you changed your fucking email and number.
You know, maybe there's some misunderstanding. I don't know.
Did
Do you think
change
it's cool
your fucking
to
address?
fish around here a little bit and ask my friend to do a little digging on my behalf just to make sure it's not an understanding, or would you just say leave it alone?
Leave it alone.
I appreciate any advice. Thanks.
I mean,
leave it alone.
He does the amount of time he's like. First of all, they've contacted you since, right? If you changed your number a year ago and this has never come up with the person whose wedding you want to go to, you're not close enough. If you change your number and he didn't realize until it was time for his wedding, that's kind of a bad sign, man.
Yeah, I think you gotta leave it alone. I think I think from my own life experience, you do gotta let it be, and you gotta be like, hey, it is what it is.
Sure.
Because I think any other option, even if you reach out and they say, oh, my bad, we forgot, you still kind of know where y'all relationship is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, this is funny because I do have friends too who have like invited people or like been like, I'm not inviting that guy. And then someone will text them be like, hey man, I'm talking to a bunch of friends who like the weddings went out. And actually I know somebody who didn't go through a friend, but just texted the guy directly. And my friend just folded immediately. And he was like, dude, what? He got lost. And so like, there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of social pressure. Now, this is an interesting question because I agree that, I mean, clearly, again, this guy's feelings are really hurt and he can't admit that. Just admit that. That's okay. It's okay for your feelings to be hurt. Anytime you're talking about email or phone number, though, it's like, oh, she's probably busy. That's why she's not texting me back. Like this is the classic Trill Withers tweet. She'll text you back, bro. She's just having a little sex or whatever. I want to get the wording just right. If you could look that up, Eldis. But it's like, dog, I don't think it's your email or phone number. Now, I will say that if you trust your friend's sort of spy capabilities, if you trust your friend's ability to get some recon, I don't know that, but it's very friend specific, right? And they would have to be very slick with it to not embarrass you. Because I think the odds that this is some kind of misunderstanding are very low. So unless you have like the suavest James Bond ass friend, who it doesn't seem like you do, I could see trying to figure out what happened here or trying to get, because this is kind of juicy gossip when a friend gets left out of a wedding invite. Your friends are going to talk about it. Like again, if me and Eldis and our friend group of like, 5 or 6 friends that are tight, if one of those friends didn't invite one of the others to a wedding, it would be a topic of discussion. You know what I mean? And Eldis did have a very small wedding and people's feelings didn't get hurt really, but it was funny to joke about who got invited and who didn't. And, in Stavvy Baby Enterprise in particular, it was funny. Eldis invited one of our coworkers as a joke, an hour. Remember, we sent him the invite an hour before the wedding. Like, hey man, I really hope you can make it. A little last minute ceremony, which was funny as hell. So I think there is a way to at least figure out what happened, because there is some explanation here. And the explanation is misunderstanding. I would put it 4%. And that's pretty generous, right? Let's say it's a solid, let's give you 5%. But the other options, the devastating options are, he doesn't really like you that much, right? Then the other thing is the partner, right? Like she's just like, I don't fucking want this guy there. Or what probably happened is they probably don't have that many spots, and you made the long list, but when it was time to make some difficult cuts, the two guys we like least in fantasy football, they're the ones who get cut from the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Probably what it is actually the most devastating thing, which is not he has some secret hatred for you, or that he's harboring some secret, or that his wife secretly hates you. It's actually a little more devastating. Just realize you're a B- C+ friend in this guy's life. And he doesn't even not want you around. You might even get invited to the bachelor party. You might get invited to the auxiliary you don't get to stay in the house, but you get to go to Top Golf or whatever the fuck, right? That's probably what's happening. So do I think doing a little recon is the worst thing in the world? No. I just think realistically, brace yourself for the fact that you just didn't make the cut. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens from there, happens from there. I say, does this shed some light on your relationships? Do the people you find to be your close friends not think of you that way?
Yeah.
This is a moment of reflection for that.
For sure. And I do feel like, man, but that's the thing too. I'm like, does he really benefit from that investigation though?
No, he doesn't benefit from it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think you could just take it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, put more into the relationships that you see, I guess, like a more fruitful bond with. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You can get down to the nitty gritty and be like, well, one time in the fantasy football, I said his hairline was crooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can figure that out. Or you can be like, oh, this cat wife don't like me. Or like you said, you was at the cut. But none of those things fix the issue, which is you thought you was closer with somebody that you
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, maybe if you want to have it. Now, the Zen approach is being like, oh, okay, they didn't have room. Who cares? And you don't let that affect you at all.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably the best thing to do.
Probably.
And he might even grow to regret not inviting you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Normand?
I don't know.
Yeah. Next week, Mark Normand will be here. Yeah, he's getting here early. We're going to hang out for a week straight so that we have really good chemistry on the pod. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us. We're having such a fun time. Come on in. What's up, buddy? Yep. Thank you. So yeah, Mark's here for a week. We're gonna hang out and really get in the zone for next week's episode. But yeah, I think we figured out with that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, don't invite your fuck. You got to take a piss, dude. Go in there. Yeah. Mandal, thanks for coming, brother.
Man, thanks for having me.
This is so
man.
fun.
I enjoy this program a lot.
Yeah,
so
we'll have you back, absolutely. And we will do the tournament of the dessert. We got to come up with the right acronym.
The dessert tournament.
The dessert tournament. The DT. We get D&T is a nice beginning and end.
Yeah.
To Dart, can we do dessert appreciation? We'll figure it out. Dart is cool. Something fat, something that sounds delicious. Anyway, we're not going to come up with it right now. But happy 420, everyone. Legalize it, you know. Keep playing Two Joints by Sublime.
Yeah. If you rock a reefer, go ahead and do your reefer thing.
That's right. That's right.
Do the reefer thing.
What should we plug? What should we plug here?
Shoot.
Find Mandal online. We'll fucking
go. The Big Fun Network on YouTube.
Love that.
I got a program called Big Biz. Watch that.
Really funny, very funny videos. The Big Biz videos.
Finding Out with me and Rob Hayes.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Rob.
And yeah, that's it right now.
Hell yeah. Check out Mandal, one of the funniest guys. And we will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Woo!